Hello and good morning. It's Saturday, isn't it, Robert? It's a Saturday. You getting your morning fetch? I had a good week this week. Nothing about it was terribly special, I guess. But it was special to me. I start my full new schedule next week. So that'll be working 9-hour days. River, I don't know where it went. Can you find it for me? Can you get it for me? Where'd it go? Where'd it go, River? Get it. I don't know where it is. That was right there. She's like, it's right by your foot. I don't understand. So I had a couple of weeks of 4/8s with my Wednesday off, which was lovely. I confirmed the activities that I can do for the last hour, and I'm very pleased that not all of them are retail focused. So I've got some stuff in the back that I can do, which I love. I'm sure there are some days where I'm just like, I want to put clothes on the floor and I don't want to talk to people. But making bagged items. The bagged items are a never-ending siege as we sort items for the thrift store. Things that are relatively small or on their own do not have enough value to put a price tag on. We sort them into 3 different categories of bins: toys, housewares, and electronics. And then someone comes in, takes the bins when they're full, or the bins are given to someone when they're full. And dump out a bin, start grouping things together. It's fun. I did it specifically for like the sewing and knitting department for a couple of years. They do theirs separately. It was a joy. We love to go through buttons. I will always love to go through buttons. I've loved to go through buttons since I was a child, going through my grandmother's buttons. Where'd it go, River? Where is it? You would see that spring has finally fully come upon us. It is 40s and beautiful and rainy, and I'm very pleased. I'm excited to start thinking about the garden. grow bigger tomatoes this year. I grew cherry tomatoes last year. The first year in the house, I tried to grow tomatoes. It didn't go well. They didn't get flowers until right before, like, the first frost came. And they just never, or the last frost, I don't know. It was so late in the summer that they flowered that they never had the chance to fruit. I think we got some green tomatoes, but we didn't end up eating them. But the cherry tomatoes we had a handful of. I just can't get a good tomato in the store, you know? So might as well grow one. Something nice and juicy, something that's the steak of tomatoes. I mean, in theory, what I should really do is go to farmers markets this year and try a bunch of tomatoes and then save seeds. I should suggest this as an activity. Tomatoes and cucumbers and zucchini. Should see what Josh wants to grow. That's how Grandpa taught me to get seeds. You eat something and you go, ooh, that was a really good one. And then you save some of those seeds. The hottest hot pepper gets saved for next year, you know. Well, probably not the hottest, the hottest and best tasting. There are standards in this family. That was a weird sentence to say out loud again. It's raining. It's always raining. This time of year. Tonight we're going to the theater in town. I'm very excited for that. Feels like forever since I've been to the theater. I think I'm going to get hoed up. Respectful. Respectful hoed up. But I'd like to dress up to go to the theater tonight. Mostly just because it's fun, you know? And decide what I want to wear. This pipe is not having it today. I wonder if it got the rain. It looks like it's got some rain on it. The theater's not till 7:30 though, so we've got all day. Shower, get dressed. I would say put on some makeup, but my allergies have been annoying, so my eyes have been really leaky. So it's kind of like, it's not worth it. It's just gonna not stay anyways. I could sit out here and throw this ball for hours. I have sat out here and thrown this ball for hours. Well, not straight, because dog needs break. Dog does not think she needs break, but dog needs break. Doggo, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Looks like an eagle. Oh. I miss the forest here. Back when the yard was trees, not houses. There was a fence, but the yard just continued from glade to wooded. Now I'm staring at a row. Matching sets of windows in the back. It's a shame. So I feed the birds. Because where they used to be is gone. I had to feed the birds a little less. I set up a bird feeder in front of the kitchen window, which would have been lovely, and it was fun to watch them fly between the wisteria and the bird feeder. Small scale bird fights. Like, it's not your turn yet, go away. But it made a mess. I took that one off. I have a friend that feeds the crows. That's got to be so cool. I've seen the videos of the massive murder that'll come stop by for their feeding, and then continue on to God knows where else. But it's a hell of a thing to see. So I did laundry this week, and I did all the laundry, and it's been a couple months since I have. I tried, between my current psychologist and my first therapist, since 2020. Well, no. The therapist that I was with for a long time and the psychologist I have now, I tried seeing someone else in between. He was very nice. I bet I think I was probably a little too much for him. Because I kind of am. I feel like a lot. I could see how anyways. But I wanted to try something different, so I tried something different. So I went and I saw a man in public. Well, not in public, in an office. Like, I saw him in person. That's the word I'm looking for. Which I had only ever done a couple times before, seeing someone in person. Usually it's been on the phone or on video. He was kind enough, and he tried to help. But one of the big things, the big changes that came from working with him for a couple months was that I no longer did the laundry. I had done the laundry for both Josh and I since we moved in together. I was the one that was picky, so I did it. But it's also something that I like doing. God, have I spent a lot of time in therapy talking about laundry. Which I guess is fair, because you spend a lot of time doing it. But it was really nice to be able to do Josh's laundry for him. It's something that makes me happy to do. I guess I'm a big acts of service kind of person. I don't know, maybe having the break was good. Maybe it was good to miss it. Like, perfectly capable and was able to do laundry on his own. But I like being part of that process. I like being able to do that for him. And so I did. And it was lovely. I've got a little more of my own laundry to finish folding. Pull the blankets back out for the couch. Yeah, because someone makes them covered in dog fur. I've got to wash like the couch cover. I put a sheet on the couch. It covers like the main cushions. It doesn't cover the arms. But this dog thinks that laying on the couch is something that is meant to be creative. So she's been very fond of, there's like the back of the couch, the upright pillows, and then the bottom pillows. And she'll wedge herself between the upright pillows and the back of the couch and kind of sleep in the V with her head laying over the back of the couch so she can look out the window. It's adorable. I can't blame her for sleeping that way, but it does mean that my dog fur guard, my sheet, doesn't do as much as it could. And it's time. I think it's probably just time. So before our friends come next month, I'll take one of my days off and pull all the cushions out of their covers and give everything a good wash, do some stain treatment. We just have an IKEA couch. It's nothing super fancy. The first couch we got together it was a dumpster couch. Came from the curb. But it was an amazing, like, 8 foot long, 10 foot long, maybe. I don't know. It was huge. Dark green, fuzzy, tufted, wooden arms, and like, it was a gorgeous couch, but it was just too big to move when I moved. When we moved on the East Coast, it was too big to fit in the trailer we were using, so it went back to being a dumpster couch, which is a shame. I'll probably think about that couch forever. It reminded me of my grandmother's couches. She had this one, but hers rocked in a similar style with a little skirt along the bottom. And then when we moved, I was like, we're getting a real couch. And by getting a real couch, I am confirming that we are going to use a U-Haul to move next time and not move in our cars. Because the couch won't fit in our cars. So we got like the cheapest IKEA couch that wasn't a futon. And that served us for a while until we had that good for a good number of years. It eventually started hurting Josh's back. At that time, we were both on laptops, so we were on the couch for the computer. So then we got a slightly nicer couch from IKEA. This one's got removable cushions, which is good because I rotate them regularly to try to even out the wear. Especially with the dog, sitting as the dog does. So every time I recover the couch, I shift the bottom cushions down one, I flip the outer two cushions because they're the same shape, and then I rotate the middle cushion around. It seems to be working all right. Where'd he go? Where'd he go, River? I think I'm happy. Things have felt clear. I've been able to focus. Pulled my tarot cards back out. It's been nice. Been adding more to my grimoire. I was kind of when I started it, I was keeping a book of mirrors, and I wanted a grimoire for more like factual based notes, like as a reference, as opposed to like study notes. The first copy would go in the book mirrors, and then it would get condensed and prettied and put into the grimoire. I was even going so far as to, like, I didn't want to have errors or crossouts or anything like that, so I was cutting small pieces of paper out of the back of the journal to cover up any small mistakes, to use basically as whiteout, glue them down, and write over them. But we're moving to something more functional. Those types of pages still need to happen. But I don't want to be afraid to write in it. So I did some Bible study in there, looking at things I had highlighted listening to the Gospels. And then mostly I've just been in Luke. I think I liked Luke's Gospel the best. But I took the translation that I'm listening to on my Bible app, and I compared it with the King James, which I have a couple different physical versions of, and I confirmed that they seem to be the same translation, which just goes to show how long that translation's been in work. So one's from 2013 and one's from the early 1900s. But just to see the differences in the translations, and the King James is what I'm used to. So when I heard all of these stories growing up, I heard them, and he said unto his apostles, he yada, yada, yada. Actually, I'll be right back. Alright, I went and got my book. Alright. So, to give example, oh, my hands are muddy, and now I look muddy. Kind of into it. So this is the one I started with. This is Luke 22 through 20. Luke 12:22 through 26. Then Jesus said to his disciples, "Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will wear. For life is more important than food, and the body more than clothes. Consider the ravens. They do not sow or reap. They have no storeroom nor barn. Yet God feeds them. And how much more valuable you are than birds. Who of you, by worrying, can add a single hour to your life? Since you cannot do this very little thing, why do you worry about the rest?" Let's see, one with a here. Luke 12:51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you nay, but rather division. And then I added a couple of prayers in here. They're definitely not the prettiest pages, and they're definitely more scratch notes than the rest of the book. But it felt good to work in it again. I know that. So I think things are going good. I'm kind of afraid that I'm going to get lost again. But I guess that's what putting effort into me is. It is helping keep me here, not get lost. And not get stuck afraid. Alright. I'm gonna go Saturday.